Hi, Jerry.
How are you, Saul?
Press one in today.
Oh boy, how's it going? All right?
Yeah, I got up with a little like feels like an eye infection or something.
Uh-oh.
I have antibiotic drops. I put them in already.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Have you guys been able to get a vaccination yet?
not yet.
Hmm.
I'm signed up on three. I have a new thing where I got a bill now, which tells me when somebody's in the waiting room and I can get it.
We heard about a place in Brooklyn, in East New York, that a hospital that was like a walk up. You just walk, no appointment, no nothing, right? We went. It opened at 7 o'clock in the morning. My son-in-law's dad had gone the morning before. There were maybe 4 or 5 people lined up in front of us. We got there literally at 10 minutes to 6 in the morning, and at 6:30, some security guards came to the gate and said, "We have no more vaccine. Sorry." So we turned around and went home. I mean, it's like, well, okay,
It's not the ideal neighborhood either to go into.
yeah. We we supposedly have an appointment this coming Friday at noontime at the Javits Center. That assumes that they'll get more vaccine. I don't know. We'll find out.
Some people
So
can't even get their second shots because they ran out of vaccine.
yeah, well, they're now De Blasio has been talking in the city about using existing vaccine supplies that were intended for second vaccinations to give people first vaccinations,
You
and that creates all kinds of other questions. So it's
know.
just going to be an ongoing whatever, you know, until they figure it out, whatever that might be. But
Bob Winkler says he's not going to be able to come tonight. They have a major snowstorm where he is. He has to
really,
be in the barns to keep his horses quiet. He
hmm,
says he may check in later. He's not going to perform at all.
okay. Here it's very, very cold. Yesterday and today, very, very cold with like a 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts.
It was
So like,
cooler than usual down here this weekend.
hmm.
Hi, Carl.
Hello. Hi, Carl. Hi, everybody.
I Aren't you excited? Since the last time I saw you, you got a new president for free.
Oh, yeah.
No, that cost quite a bit, actually.
We're very happy with
I'm sorry, somebody gave me a whole bunch of money and I spent it all on getting a new president.
him. Hi, Peter.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
Harvey, how are you?
We're good.
Dazed, confused. Nominal.
Means you're in the majority.
My nominal state of existence. No problem.
I received an email which was a rejoicing of the new president, and it it was sort of like an animated email, and it started with the Statue of Liberty dancing.
I
Yeah.
have that.
And a friend of mine wrote me back on the email. I wonder how they do that. And I replied that they decided to give the Miss Liberty a $15 an hour pay raise.
I think that video actually came from one of the late night shows.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel came from.
Yeah.
Aaron Pepper sent it to me.
Well, I'm ready. I'm waiting for a good folk singer to make a historical contribution to folk America about this wonderful guy that we just lost.
There's a lot of songs about him already.
Yeah, I got two words for him. Oy vey.
I think there's a couple of songs out there that I've seen, but I wasn't impressed by any of them.
Gloria Zimmerman has a lot of stuff on it. If you go to his website.
very good film at some
He's
point.
down at Palm Beach. You can invite him now to join the Zoom party.
I invite everybody. They're all welcome to come. They all know it. The word is out on all the folk stations. Okay, Mike Reeves is coming in now. There's a couple that was supposed to come in and they got a gig the last minute. Sheila Burke and Joe Kidd.
So you have 3 dots there.
No, there are 4. 4 beats.
Okay. No, see, yeah, good.
Tony told me he won't be able to be here today. He's got something going.
3, 4, you got to set fast. Every time one of these things lights up, that
Coming in.
Okay, so it's too fast.
yeah. So
We're doing a round schedule. I'm not worried.
2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Mike, how's the virus in England?
Only showing 3 beats on there.
Right.
Well, it's galloping, I think is the word.
Yes, yes, I know what it says.
You get vaccinated yet?
I know you've seen it.
Yes.
Yeah, we can't get it over here yet. There's more demand than there is supply.
Yeah, I got done on Thursday. You been done, Peter?
No, not yet. No, yeah. But
You
yes.
youngsters.
Yeah, I know. But we're waiting. We're waiting there with our arms rolled up, very excited. And then
Yeah,
we're going to
well-
go. Then we're going to go and party. Yes. Mm.
And that's what you keep.
Well, no, not for 2 weeks
Oh,
or
right.
3 weeks maybe. Then 3 months,
But you don't.
and then another 2 weeks. So
Yeah. In fact, that's very good advice. Don't know. We'll cut out the party. I think that's not a good idea.
These are the one in the window.
By the way, I spoke to Maury last night. He's still in the hospital after 21 days. The virus virus is still not out of his system yet.
Right.
And when they take the oxygen away, his oxygen levels go down.
Right.
As long as he's connected to the oxygen, he's fine. But they said
Right.
once the virus leaves his system, that should improve. But they don't know
Right.
what.
don't know how long that will be.
And some people it takes a lot longer than others.
I see.
Now 10 already. Joanne, and Al, you're going to be performing today?
Not today, Saul.
Okay.
Oh,
They know in advance what's happening.
She's afraid she'll infect everybody.
Why is she the one that's sick? I thought it was the water.
She called to tell me that she caught it too.
What did they
Who caught it?
Whatever.
Strep?
It's a thing in that throat.
Usually. She doesn't sing.
Nobody makes it fun. She's here, but I don't see her.
We're just waiting another few more people, few more singers actually. So we have our regular nucleus over here. Bob Winkler is contending with a snowstorm in Arizona right now.
oh,
So he says he's not going to perform today. He may come in later, but he hasn't prepared any songs.
we had snow in London today, but not down here because of the sea air. I think sea air's warmer and saltier. But there's snow in London, which is about 40 miles away.
We're in the mid 70s here in South Florida.
Oh dear.
Fahrenheit.
And we've got this terrible blue sky with these fluffy clouds floating by.
Like I want
Actually going up into the mid 80s in the middle of the week. Yeah.
to adjust the air
Be
conditioning.
quiet. It's like 20 degrees here.
It's 20, it's about, with the wind chill, it's about 20.
Nobody told you to stay up there.
COVID told us to stay up here. We're afraid to drive down there. Hopefully we'll get there someday before the season's done.
How long of a drive is it?
It's from New York, so it's
Several days.
So you throw a sleeping bag in and sleep in the car if you're concerned.
But the fact is, we have 1,000 instruments, so it takes up a great deal of the back.
It's
Maybe
easy
they
to roll
don't
up
get
inside
the
the
vaccine yet. They,
And no vaccine yet here.
oh, yeah,
At least, I don't know. Yeah, I know some people who have gotten it, or they got the first one, now they can't get the second, so. we're just
Yeah.
waiting.
A
We live
couple
the
of my
quarantine
friends
life
got
anyway.
their first shot.
We don't go anywhere except the supermarket.
Yes, I found somebody who would be, in case I have to go to Hard Rock Stadium, who's willing to come down here from Orlando with a road trek motorhome, so we could have a toilet while we're online over there, just in case.
Oh, they have porta potties.
The porta potties is no good in the pandemic. That you go into one of those, you get you can get COVID. It's a breeding ground for. I just don't recommend you use those at all.
And I have my own chair.
Hard Rock, we were online for 90 minutes before we got the shot.
I know somebody who was online for 6.5 hours before they got it. And then when they went home, their car broke down and they had to take an Uber because the air conditioner was running all day and the car overheated.
At Hard Rock?
At Hard Rock, yeah.
Now, we were about an hour and a half at Hard Rock too, and
See ya, how you doing?
yeah, that's extreme. Yeah.
But the line that was next to us was moving a lot faster than
Well,
ours.
some of the line is just for testing. The other lines are for the shots.
No, they've separated that now. It's a whole different parking lot.
See ya, how are you doing?
Hi, Saul. How are you?
Okay. Are you going to be performing today, or are you just going to listen?
No, I'm just going to listen, but thank you.
Okay. I'd like to know in advance.
We haven't got many performers.
By the way, Thea's from our old club up in New City, New York, the border. She's been with us a long time. Sybil is coming in also now. Okay, I think we'll be able to start. We have enough people. So, Jerry, you are in first.
Okay.
Okay, so you go first.
Well, we've got. I was reintroduced to a song today because I had Hebrew school with the kids virtually, and Wednesday night starts Tu B'Shvat. For those not familiar, Tu B'Shvat is the birthday of the trees. Birthday of the trees. And this song we sing with the kids sometimes. I sing it once a year. So this is the song. It was written by a guy named David Mallet. It's got a very, very fun chorus that keeps coming around. The chorus goes like this. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. That's the whole chorus. Pulling weeds and picking stones, man is made of dreams and bones. Feel the need to grow my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Grain for grain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's chain. Tune my body and my brain to the music from the land. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row. Someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Plant your rows straight and long, temper them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. Old Crow watching hungrily from his perch on yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as that feathered thief up there. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Great little song. Wish I wrote it.
Those of you who haven't been here, we mute while the people are singing. We unmute between songs so we can clap. Okay, but be sure to remute again when the next performance starts. Otherwise, we're going to get a lot of bad sounds and feedback and bad sounds here. Okay, next is Harvey and Pat. So we will, remember, 2 people get 2 songs. Okay, everybody mute.
The first time you ever saw my face.
Ever I saw you.
Ever I saw my face. Whatever. I don't know why I have so much trouble with that. The first time ever I saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eyes, and the moon and the stars were the gifts you gave to the dark and the empty sky, my love, to the dark and the empty sky. The first time ever I kissed your mouth, I felt the earth move in my hand, like the trembling heart of a captive bird that was there at my command, my love, that was there at my command. The first time ever I lay with you, I felt your heartbeat close to mine. I thought our joy would fill the earth and would last till the end of time, my love, and would last till the end of time. The first time ever I saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eyes, and the moon and the stars were the gifts you gave to the dark and the empty sky, my love, to the dark and the empty sky.
Okay, Harvey, you're next.
Yeah.
By the way, want to welcome 1/3 of Gathering Time, Stu Marcus. Hi, Stu.
Hi, everybody.
Okay.
Howdy.
Please put me on the list.
Yeah, you're. I have you on the rotation already. Don't worry.
Okay, great.
I'm watching.
Okay, so last week I got away with singing one of these, so I'm going to try another one this week. As I mentioned, I come by this stuff honestly. My mother was born an English subject. So it's going to be another Gilbert and Sullivan song. This one is an attempt by a guy to get a woman to marry him. It's from the Mikado, and if you know the story, he really doesn't have a whole lot of choice in the matter, and he's not particularly happy about it, but he's trying to save his life. So he sings this song. It's called Willow Tit Willow. On a tree by a river, a little tomtit sang willow, did willow, did willow. And I said to him, Dicky bird, why do you sit singing willow, did willow, did willow? Is it weakness of intellect, birdie, I cried, or a rather tough worm in your little inside? With a shake of his poor little head, he replied, oh, willow, did willow, did willow. He slapped at his chest as he sat on that bough, singing willow, did willow, did willow. And a cold perspiration bespangled his brow. Oh, willow, did willow, did willow. He sobbed and he sighed, and a gurgle he gave. Then he plunged himself into the billowy wave, and an echo rose from the suicide's grave. Oh, willow, did willow, did willow. Now I feel just as sure as I'm sure that my name is in willow, did willow, did willow. That 'twas blighted affection that made him exclaim, oh, willow, did willow, did willow. And if you remain callous and obdurate, I shall perish as he did, and you will know why. Though I probably shall not exclaim as I die. Oh, willow, did willow, did willow.
Have you ever heard the Alan Sherman version of that song?
Yes.
Yeah, we know it, yeah.
Yeah, my mother used to sing this to me years ago, many moons back.
And I've also seen Martin Green perform it. Everybody knows Dolly Cart and Gilbert and Sullivan. They knew who Martin Green was.
Okay, Carl, I think you're next. We're taking people in order of when they came in. For those of you who just came in late. But I have everybody covered, so don't worry.
All righty. Hi, everybody. I'm going to do a song that was done by, my mind just went empty. John Denver, called Whispering Jesse. I often have wandered in deep meditation. It seems that the mind runs wild when you're all alone. The way that it could be, and the way that it should be. Things I do differently, if I can do them again. I've always loved springtime and the passing of winter. The greener the new leaves and life going on. A promise of morning and the long days of summer, warm nights of loving her beneath the bright stars. I'm just an old cowboy from high Colorado, too old to ride anymore, too blind to see. And I sleep in the city now, away from my mountains, away from the cabin I always called home. And I dreamt that I left there on an old Palomino, and whispering Jessie rode right by my side. And I long to hold her, to hear her soft breathing, the touch of her cool hand on my fevered brow. Whispering Jessie, she still rides in the mountains, still sings in the canyon, still lives in my heart.
I never heard that one before.
Yeah,
It's not of one of John Denver's better known songs.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a great song. I play, when I play it, most people make that same comment. I know so many of his songs, I haven't heard that one. But the music finds me. I don't find it. If I like it, I put it in my repertoire.
Okay, let's go over to England now. Peter Dunhill.
And in reference to the song about the holiday, a few songs back there, now I know where the wooden nickels come from. Tubishva.
Is that me next song? Fantastic, right. This is it's a short instrumental. This is an Irish lament, Limerick's Lamentation. And just a few words of floater verses from a song that is known under a number of different titles, but one of the titles is Jack of Diamonds, definitely an American song. So a song that stretches across the Atlantic because the tune to the song is Scottish. So Limerick's Lamentation and Jack of Diamonds. me, as well I do know. They say I'm not worthy to knock on your door. Farewell, my sweet Mary, I bid you adieu. I'm ruined forever by the loving of you. My horses ain't hungry, they won't eat your hay. So fare thee well, Mary, I'm going away. Your parents don't like me, they say I'm too poor. They say I'm not worthy to enter your door. I'll build me a castle on the mountain so high, where the wild geese may see me as they do pass by. I'll eat when I'm hungry and drink when I'm dry, and think of sweet Mary and sit down and cry. And think of sweet Mary and sit down and cry.
I think that Judy Collins recorded this under the title "Farewell to Tarwathi."
Yes, yes, yeah. Same, the same. This. Ah, it's such a sad. It's such a sad. Is that the one that's got Is that the one that's got whale noises in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, it's
It's
so sad.
yeah, it's
They
a Scottish
just,
whaling song.
oh, just really
Traditional
sad
one
song
goes
like
back
this, yeah.
100 and some years.
Okay. Okay. So next is Mike, and then after that will be Debbie and Ron. Then Bob. Where's Susan today? She's not going to be here today.
No, she's on another Zoom meeting with some friends from when she used to do the revels. That's the trouble with Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. By the way, Carol and Pete Agramonte, are you going to be performing today? You tell us yes or no. Okay, if you don't unmute, I'll assume that you're not performing. Okay, then Stuart Marcus will go right after Bob Yelp. Okay, you got the order, Stu? Okay. Okay, so next is Mike Reeves. Your turn, Mike.
Yeah. Now, Pete might want to go and have a cup of tea now, because it sounds like I'm on a bandwagon. I prepared this on Wednesday, and it's a whaling song, by the way. And in the meantime, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's gone absolutely berserk over here. There's a Scottish postman who's recorded it and got a recording contract out of it. He's now on the TV advert for TikTok. Our Pete Hoyboy has been asked to do it on Facebook, which he's done. And I've prepared this. It's been on my list for months. But anyway, I've determined to do it anyway, because they're fed up with it in England, but I don't think you know it too well over there. There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The wind blew up, the bows dipped down. Oh, blow me, bully boys, blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dove below. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not of greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's crew. She took the ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. For 40 days or even more, the line went slack, then tight once more. All boats were lost, there were but 4, and still that whale did go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I heard, the fight's still on. The line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain and crew and all. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Well, Weller apparently was a company that supplied the ships in New Zealand. It's a New Zealand song. So the wellerman is the provisions guy.
Yeah, I've been singing that song for about 17 years. I know the whole story behind it, and I almost fell off of my chair when I heard that it had become a viral sensation on TikTok.
Yes. Did you know that before I told you? Or?
Oh yeah, I've been singing that song for a decade and a half or more.
No, I meant the song. You knew the song, but did you know it was a viral sensation on TikTok?
Yes, I saw several postings about, to articles about how sea shanties have become all the rage on TikTok now.
Yeah,
and so I got in on it. I opened my own TikTok channel, or page, whatever, profile, just a week ago. I've got 4 posted so far.
Right.
It's all over the news, all over Facebook, all over everywhere about that. It's very encouraging, actually.
Yeah, hopefully when this whole pandemic is done, people actually want to go out and have pub sings.
Right.
And sing the whole songs, not just 59 seconds worth.
Right. Yeah. Okay, Debbie and Ron are next.
All right, so we're going to do some songs of the sea today also. Not that.
Yeah, I can't drink anymore, so I'll go whaling instead.
All right.
You do go together.
Okay. All right. So I thought of this last week, actually. Carl, I believe, sang the Greenland whale fisheries. So I'm going to do today the answer to that which was written by Paul Kaplan back in around 1980 or something. Call Me the Whale, this is an answer to that from the whale's point of view. It's just called Call Me the Whale.
I won't. Okay. I don't want to be in a house.
Call me the whale, for that's what I am, and that's what I aim to be. You may call yourselves the kings of the land, but I am the king of the sea, brave boys. Yes, I am the king of the sea. Name after me in your matchstick boats.
Nice one.
Thank you.
That was actually written by a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Kaplan.
Yes.
Yeah. Debbie, the last time I heard that song was on your radio show with Dave Sear.
Yeah.
Many moons ago.
Many moons ago, yeah. Yeah, no, and we all used to hang out at the speakeasy. And I remember when Paul Kaplan first sang it there.
Yeah.
Anyhow, all right, so Ron's got another one.
Okay, Ron, go ahead. Then Bob and then Stu.
Let's see, gotta retune the banjo.
Oh.
All right. All right. There's a chorus you can all sing at home. This is Bonnie Ship the Diamond. What is it? Okay. It's A minor, no?
A minor or what?
A minor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Cheer up, ye lads, let your hearts never fail, for the bonny ship, the Diamond, goes a fishing for the whale.
Bob is next and then Stuart.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Perfect, yeah.
Good. Well, I want to welcome Stuart. I know he backs, his group backs Mara up sometimes, and I actually heard a gathering time on Cafe Lena Zoom concert a couple months ago. Enjoyed that very much, so welcome. Well, I'm going to do just an old basic folk song, but it just happened to pop up at the inauguration, and Jennifer Lopez came out and sang it, and Woody Guthrie's "This Land Is Your Land," and we've kind of adopted it into different verses in over the years in folk music. But originally, when he wrote it, it had verses more about immigrant inclusion in the United States, and I think that's why she chose the number. And I'm going to sing mostly the verses that we know as folk music. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw a down in the skyway, and I saw below me that golden valley. Oh, this land was made for you and me. I roamed and I rambled, and I followed my footsteps, sparkling sands of Erdogan desert, and all around me a voice was sounding. It was saying, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking, I saw a sign there, and on the sign it said, no trespassing. But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. Well, that side was made for you and me. Nobody living can ever stop me as I go walking this freedom highway. Nobody living can make me turn back, 'cause this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. When the sun came shining, as I was strolling, the wheat fields waving and the dust clouds rolling, as the fog was lifting, a voice was chanting, and it was saying, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. America, America, God shed His grace on me, and crowned my good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Thank you.
Stuart, you have the floor now.
All right, well, my song follows very well on that one. This one I think certainly fits in with the theme of the inauguration also. This is one I wrote Boy, it'll be 3.5 years ago. It was the social action wing of the Reformed Jewish movement had a contest to write the protest anthem for the current era. And I came up with this one when I saw the hate groups starting to come out from under the rocks again, feeling empowered. So this is called Too Far to Turn Back Now, and it speaks to the times that America did stand up on the side of righteousness. At the wilderness, General Grant he cried, and all the gallant men who died. And he cast his eyes at 1,000 graves in the great war to free the slaves. But he rose and made a vow, we've come too far to turn back now. Won't turn back now, won't turn back now. We've come too far to turn back now. After the Ardennes, Eisenhower paused at all the sacrifice it caused. 19,000 men, 500,000 more, to end a genocidal war. But his task was planning how we've come too far to turn back now. Won't turn back now, won't turn back now. We've come too far to turn back now. In every age there's fight for freedom and for right, as people rise to say, you can't take these away. Down in Birmingham and in Washington, and the places rights were slowly won. Martin Luther King, many others killed, to see the dream of America fulfilled. And songs of hope they did endow. We've come too far to turn back now. Won't turn back now, won't turn back now. We've come too far to turn back now. Each time again we see that freedom isn't free and must defend zealously human rights and liberty. Now we watch with dread, though we thought it dead, as thoughtless hatred rears its head. As the good book warns, in words so sage, each generation, every age, we must renew our sacred vow. We've come too far to turn back now. Won't turn back now, won't turn back now. We've come too far to turn back now. Won't turn back now, won't turn back now. We've come too far to turn back now.
I think that's on one of the Gathering Time albums. Am I correct?
We released it as a what they used to call a two-sided single with Mara back. It was in the fall of 2017. It was that song on one side, metaphorically. The other was Ellen Buxtell's "By My Silence" with Mara singing lead and us backing her.
Very powerful song.
Thank you, thank you.
Really enjoyed it. Okay, I'm going to go now, and then we're going to start the second circuit with Jerry. Okay, same order that we had the first time. Okay, the song I've chosen it's an old Irish song. It's traditional. It's called A Bunch of Thyme, spelled Thyme, like the spice. And there's a little symbolism which you'll catch right away in the song. This is the version I learned from Foster and Allen. Come all you maidens young and fair, all you who are blooming in your prime, always beware and keep your garden fair, and let no man steal away your time. 'Cause time, it is a precious thing. Time brings all things to your mind. Time with all its labors, along with all its joys, and its time brings all things to an end. Once I had a bunch of time. I thought it never would decay. And then a lusty sailor had chanced to pass my way. He stole my bunch of time away. The sailor gave to me a rose. I thought it never would decay. He gave it to me to keep me reminded of when he stole my time away. So come all you maidens young and fair, all you that flourish in your prime, always be minded to keep your garden fair, and let no man steal your bunch of time. 'Cause time, it is a precious thing. And time brings all things to your mind. Time with all its labors, along with all its joys. And its time brings all things to an end. Okay, we're starting the second circuit again. Jerry, you're on.
Okay. Well,
You're on the second circuit now. You're moving up.
second circuit. A judgeship, finally, after all these years practicing law. Okay. Anyway, you know, with the sudden and astonishing popularity of shanties, which is bizarre in any event, this is a different kind of work song. This is a work song, but a different kind of work song. I first heard this on a Taj Mahal recording a long, long time ago. And it turns out that it was originally collected by John and Alan Lomax from Leadbelly. Interesting. And Pete Seeger called this type of song, he characterized this as a zipper song, meaning that there were interchangeable verses depending upon how long the work took. I suppose that's true of shanties as well in many cases, but this one was sung by black workers working on the railroad, laying railroad tracks. It goes like this. Oh, boys, are you right? Uncut right. All I hate about line and track, these old bars about to break my back, singing, hey, boys, can you line on? Oh, boys, can you line on my chakalaka? Hey, boys, can you line on? Sierra Louise gonna line that track. If I could, I surely would. Stand on the rock where Moses stood, singing, hey, boys, can you line on? Well, it's hey boys, can you line 'em a chack-a-lack-a? Hey boys, can you line 'em? C.L. Louise gonna line that track. Moses stood on the Red Sea shore, smoting the water with a 2x4, singing, hey boys, can you line 'em? Hey boys, can you line 'em a chack-a-lack-a? Hey boys, can you line 'em? C.L. Louise gonna line that track. Mary and the baby sitting in the shade, talking about the money that I ain't made, singing, hey boys, can you line 'em? Talking, hey boys, can you line 'em? Singing, hey boys, can you line 'em? C.L. Louise gonna line that track. See those children all dressed in red, must be the children that Moses led, singing, hey boys, can you line 'em? Singing, hey boys, can you line 'em a chack-a-lack-a? Hey boys, can you line 'em? C.L. Louise gonna line that track. See those children all dressed in white, must be the children of the Israelites, singing, hey boys, can you line 'em? Hey boys, can you line 'em a chack-a-lack-a? Hey boys, can you line 'em? C.L. Louise gonna line that track. Paul and Silas are bound in jail, had nobody for to go their bail, singing, hey boys, can you line 'em? I'm singing, hey boys, can you line 'em a chack-a-lack-a? Hey boys, can you line 'em? C.L. Louise gonna line that track. They began to pray and shout, walls fell down and they marched right out, singing, hey boys, can you line 'em? Singing, hey boys, can you line 'em a chack-a-lack-a? Hey boys, can you line 'em? C.L. Louise gonna line that track. Never been to heaven, but I've been told streets up there, they're paved with gold, singing, hey boys, can you line 'em? Hey boys, can you line 'em a chack-a-lack-a? Hey boys, can you line 'em? C.L. Louise gonna line that track. If you want to get to heaven, I'll tell you how. Keep your hand on the gospel plow, singing, hey boys, can you line 'em? Well, it's hey boys, can you line 'em? Hey boys, can you line 'em? C.L. Louise gonna line that track. What I hate about a lining track, these old balls about to break my back, singing, hey boys, can you line 'em? Hey boys, can you line 'em? Singing, hey boys, can you line 'em? C.L. Louise gonna line that track. Thank you.
It was great, Jerry. Great. Harvey and Pat, you're next.
So we're gonna do changes.
Yeah, Pat heard somebody singing this a few weeks ago and looked at me and said, hey, can you take the time to learn that song? I said, yeah, about 50 years ago. So this is by Phil Oakes, and it's probably the prettiest breakup song anybody has ever written. Sit by my side, come as close as the air, share in a memory of gray, and wander in my words, dream about the pictures that I play of changes. Green leaves of summer turn red in the fall, to brown and to yellow they fade, and then they have to die, trapped within the circle time parade of changes. Scenes of my young years were warm in my mind, visions of shadows that shine, till one day I returned and found they were victims of the vines of changes. The world spinning madly, it drifts in the dark, swings through a hollow of haze, a race around the stars, journey through the universe ablaze with changes. Patterns of magic will glow in the night. All fears of the forest are gone, but when the morning breaks, they're swept away by golden drops of dawn of changes. Passions will part to a strange melody, as fires will sometimes burn cold, like petals in the wind. We're puppets to the silver strings of souls of changes. Your tears will be trembling now, we're somewhere else. One last cup of wine we will pour, and I'll kiss you one more time, leave you on the rolling river shores of changes. So sit by my side, come as close as the air, sharing a memory of gray, and wander in my woods, dream about the pictures that I play of changes.
Nice.
Okay, Harvey, you're next.
I do. I have another song. I think we sing all this folk stuff and some sea chanties and stuff, and I figure it's time for a cowboy song. I see Mike agrees. So this is a cowboy song called Windy Bill. It comes with a glossary. So you have to know what a few things mean. You have to know that a McGee is a rope. A Brazos bit is a hard bit that goes in the back of a horse's mouth, gives you very fine control with the reins. A Sam Slick tree is a very fancy show saddle. Chaps, leg coverings, taps, or spurs. It's got the McGee. Rimfire is a .22 caliber rifle. So here's a sad song of Windy Bill. Oh, and the other thing, like you got to know the difference between Texas and California roping. Texas roping, you tie the rope to the horn of the saddle, and in California, you take turns around it, or dollies. It's very important. Now, Windy Bill was a Texas man, he could rope, you bet. Mr. Old Windy couldn't rope, hadn't met him yet. But the boys, they talked a little black stare, kind of an old outlaw. Lived way down in the bottom at the foot of a rocky draw. This little black steer had stood his ground with punches from everywhere. And the boys bet Windy 2-1 that he couldn't quite get there. So he roped out his top rope horse, his witches and back were raw. Prepares to tackle that little black brute that lives down in the draw. Sam Slippery and his haps and chaps to boot. And his old McGee tied hard and fast, Bill goes to tackle the boot. Now the little black steer, he saunters around and the bees begin to paw. Sticks his tail straight up in the air and he heads down to the draw. Now the little old horse went after him like he'd been eating corn, and Bill he piled the old McGee around the blackie's horn. Now the little old horse he stopped stock still and the cinches broke like straw. And the old McGee and Samson Tree go drifting through the draw. Well, Bill he landed on an old rock pile, his face, his hands were scratched. He said, I thought I could always rope a stick, but I guess I missed my match. So he faced his fist like a little man without no bitter jaw, and allowed the black steer was the boss of everything in that draw. Now the moral of the story, boys, is very plain to see. When you go out to rope a steer, don't hide your McGee, but take your dollies like a man to the California law. You won't see your big five go drifting through the draw.
Okay, Carl, you're up.
I'm going to sing an Irish tune also called Long, Long Before Your Time. It's a father talking to his daughter about his wife that passed so many years back. Long, long before your time. Oh, you ask me why I look so sad on this bright summer day. Oh, while the tears are in my eyes and I seem so far away. Well, sit yourself beside me now and put your hands in mine, and I'll tell you of someone I loved long, long before your time. I am sitting here and thinking of those days so long ago, when I was just a child like you, and a girl I used to know. Through fields of green we laughed and played, we sang on every rhyme. Oh, we were young and happy then, long, long before your time. Through childhood years our love did grow, till our hearts were just as one. We promised each eternal love at the church below the town. We settled in our little house, I was proud to call her mine. For the summer days were longer then, long, long before your time. One lovely year was all we had until the sickness came and stole the roses from her cheeks. My tears, they fell like rain. For 9 long months she carried you, but in the end she died. She chose to go so you might live, long, long before your time. So you ask me why I feel so sad on this bright summer's day, or why the tears are in my eyes and I seem so far away. It's just you seem a lot like her, when your eyes look into mine, and you smile just like the way she did, long, long before your time.
Excellent.
Okay, back across the pond now to have Peter Dunhill.
This is an English folk song, and the stories behind a lot of English folk songs are quite obscure sometimes. I think it depends what verses. There are lots of different versions of them, and it depends what verses are included in that particular version that makes up the particular story. But in this version, there's a young man. He goes out hunting. And he meets a young woman beside the brook, and she says to him that if he goes back to her house with her, she'll give him a kiss and £10,000. Right now, I don't know if this makes the young man rather gullible, but anyway, he completely believes this, and he goes back with her to her father's house. At which point she runs in the gate, slams the gate, okay, and then calls out of a window, all sorts of derisory comments towards him, and he's quite upset about this. The song's called "Blow Away the Morning Dew." It's got quite a cheerful tune. I've recorded a couple of harmony parts that I'm going to join in with. There was a farmer's son, kept sheep all on the hill, and he walked out one May morning to see what he could kill. And sing, blow away the morning dew, dew and the dew. Blow away the morning dew, how sweet the winds do blow. He looked high, he looked low, he cast an underlook, and there he saw a fair pretty maid beside a watery brook. And sing, blow away the morning dew, dew and the dew. Blow away the morning dew, how sweet the winds do blow. If you come to my father's house, which is walled all around, and you shall have a kiss from me and £20,000. And sing, blow away the morning dew, dew and the dew. Blow away the morning dew, how sweet the winds do blow. But when they came to her father's gate, so nimble she popped in, and said, there is a fool without, and here's a maid within. And sing, blow away the morning dew, dew and the dew. Blow away the morning dew, how sweet the winds do blow. We have a flower in our garden, we call it marigold, and if you will not when you may, you shall not when you won't. And sing, blow away the morning dew, dew and the dew. Blow away the morning dew, how sweet the winds do blow. Blow away the morning dew.
Great, Peter. Thanks for taking the time to do all those voices.
The trouble is, normally in a harmony group, you get some argument about who's going to sing which part. I don't want to sing the high bit. You sing the high bit. All right. But whether doing all three parts, you don't get any choice. Yes.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah, this is more of the normal nonsense shanty, I think. Running down to Cuba with a load of sugar. Wave me boys to Cuba. Make a run, you lime juice squeezers. Running down to Cuba. Way me boys to Cuba. Running down to Cuba. Oh, I've got a sister, she's 9 feet tall. Way me boys to Cuba. Sleeps in the kitchen with her feet in the hall. Running down to Cuba. Way me boys to Cuba. Running down to Cuba. The captain, he will trim the sails. Way me boys to Cuba. Winging the water all over the rails. Running down to Cuba. Way me boys to Cuba. Running down to Cuba. Running down to Cuba, we are bound away. Way me boys to Cuba. To Cuba's coast at the break of day. Running down to Cuba. Way me boys to Cuba. Running down to Cuba. Oh my God, how the winds do blow. Way me boys to Cuba. Running south from the ice and snow. Running down to Cuba. Way me boys to Cuba. Running down to Cuba. Give me a gal can dance fandango. Way me boys to Cuba. Round as a melon and sweet as a mango. Running down to Cuba. I've got a gal who's waiting there. Way me boys to me to Cuba. Likes to make whoopee with her feet in the air. Running down to Cuba. Way me boys to Cuba. Running down to Cuba. Load this sugar and homeward go. Way me boys to Cuba. Mr. Matey told me so. Running down to Cuba. Way me boys to Cuba. Running down to Cuba. Way me boys to Cuba. Running down to Cuba.
Okay, Debbie and Ron.
Okay. Ron?
Good night, loving.
Mingling? Oh, you're doing that first?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna. All right, I agree with Harvey. It's time for a cowboy song, and there is a couple of notes to go along with it. The old woman is the cook, an ex-cowboy who's too old to do it anymore. And what else is there? I don't know. I forget.
All right.
Goodnight Loving Trail is a cattle droving trail out west that was established by two men named Goodnight and Loving, improbably, and so this is a song written by Utah Phillips about that time. it's back to the sea.
Hey, Debbie, your turn.
All right, yes, so I'm gonna end with another one, another song from the sea. Okay, about an island that was in the Scottish Hebrides and was inhabited for several thousand years, and then not since 1912, however. And it was written in 1938 by Sir Hugh Robertson. And you'll probably know it. Good chorus.
Yeah, great one.
Thank you.
You stole Stuart Marcus's theme song, right?
Oh, yes, I've heard Gathering Time to it.
Yeah.
It's very ancient. It's, as I said, it was
Yeah.
written in 1938, but it's about an island from hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
It sounds like something from Southeast Asia, Mingulay, you know,
Yes,
but
but
it's
it's-
Oh, that's great.
No, it's the outermost island in the Hebrides chain where there was a whaling station or a whaling colony back around the turn of the last century.
As I said,
No.
uninhabited since 1912. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, whaling kind of died out, and if you ever look on like Google Earth for the island of Mingulay, if you don't have a whaling colony to go to, there's really no good reason to go to the island of Mingulay. It's a rather cold, barren, rocky place.
Out in nowhere. Yeah.
Okay, Bob is next. By the way, Marsha, are you going to be performing today? Okay, so I'll put you in order. Okay, so Bob goes next, and it's Stuart.
Well, doing, Debbie and Ron, I was singing along, enjoyed both songs. Having 2 folk music jams a week, I've depleted a lot of my folk songs. And going back to the theme of, the transition in Washington there, I wanted to see if I could sing a song about hope. I don't know if this one really brings it to mind, but I was going through my file of songs that I bring into assisted living places, and I came up with this one, Judy Garland's, I guess her theme song from The Wizard of Oz. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then oh why can't I? Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Yes, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't I? Thank you.
Okay, Stuart, you're on.
Yes, my turn?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I'm going to do my newest original, actually. And it was informed both by the sea shanty craze on TikTok and Martin Luther King Day just this past Monday. And I wrote it all in one sitting on Martin Luther King Day. And it is a relatively part of a rather small niche of music in this genre, civil rights sea shanties. And just a bit of background, tall ships, sailing ships in the 19th century were one of the first equal opportunity fields for black sailors. Not so much out of high-mindedness, but just out of the fact that the work was onerous and hard and didn't pay well, and it was dangerous and required men to be away from home for months or years at a time. So if someone was willing to accept those terms, they didn't. Skin color was a slight consideration. But on a ship, that would be juxtaposed with the customs and prejudices of the time, which was that different nationalities, especially if there was a language barrier, but people tended to keep to themselves. So this one is called "When Black Hands Saved Me from the Blue." 'Twas a dark and stormy curse of a day in November of late '92, when my soul was awoke in a terrible way. When black hands saved me from the blue, brave boys, when black hands saved me from the blue. My shipmates had come from a bevy of lands, they called us a checkerboard crew, and half of their words I could scarce understand. When black hands saved me from the blue, brave boys, when black hands saved me from the blue. The blackjacks had tended to mess by themselves, as most of us tended to do. The French and the Irish and Yankees as well. When black hands saved me from the blue, brave boys, when black hands saved me from the blue. But little it mattered when hauling a line, a halyard, a brace, or a clew. It mattered it less when aloft we would climb, when black hands saved me from the blue, brave boys, when black hands saved me from the blue. 'Twas on the main royal my hand lost its grip, in a moment I ever will rue. From the wobbling foot rope I started to slip, when black hands saved me from the blue, brave boys, when black hands saved me from the blue. 'Tis many a sailor his end he has found, and many good men overthrew. At 30 degrees, first you freeze, then you drown. When black hands saved me from the blue, brave boys, when black hands saved me from the blue. But then a great strong hand gripped my arm up tight, with a strength such that I never knew. I looked up and saw a face dark as the night, when black hands saved me from the blue, brave boys, when black hands saved me from the blue. I think I shall mess with the blackjacks today. It seems like the least I could do, for when facing one's end, shallow things melt away, as when black hands saved me from the blue, brave boys, when black hands saved me from the blue.
Excellent, absolutely excellent.
Thank you, thank you.
Really beautiful story. Okay. Marcia, you can hear from you now. You have to unmute though first. Okay.
Okay. Stuart, that was really beautiful. Was that the debut of that song? Do you hear me?
Yes, sorry, I forgot to unmute.
Yeah, that's okay.
I did a TikTok video of it first, and then did the whole thing on YouTube. But that was the first actual public performance of it. So yes.
Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to do Angel from Montgomery. I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child that's grown old. If dreams were thunder and lightning was desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. Weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man. But that was a long time, and no matter how I tried, the years just flow by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen, I can hear all their buzzing, but I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, and have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
Lovely, Marcia, lovely.
Beautiful, beautiful, Marcia, beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go, and then we're going to prevail upon Stu Marcus to do one more to take us out. Okay, agreed, Stuart? Okay.
Yes.
Before I go, I'm going to make some announcements. First of all, as I announced at the beginning, our friend Murray, who's usually with us every week, is now his 21st day in the hospital battling COVID. He has a smartphone with him, but he doesn't have email. If people would friend him on Facebook and just post, either a messenger or on his page, and just give him your best wishes. His name is Murray Gewirtz, Gewirtz. He's the only Murray Gewirtz on Facebook. And right now his condition is he still has the virus in him after all these days. He's okay when he's hooked up to the oxygen, but as soon as they take the oxygen off, his numbers drop. So we hope that they're doing their best now just to keep him stable until the body gets rid of the virus. So everyone, please, he reads your wishes, friend him on Facebook, and just send him some get well views. Every Tuesday at 2 p.m., we have the Hoy Club, our sister club from England. We get to do all this. You'll have a lot of new people, a lot of good sea shanties, and it's really wonderful. I suggest they come and support us, that we come every Tuesday at 2 p.m. and support them on Zoom. If you don't have the links, email me, or Facebook me, I will get the links to you. Okay, and we will be back next Sunday and every Sunday until the pandemic is through. Okay, so we'll be here. I'm going to send out some more emails, so we'll get some more singers. This week, we have very few singers. We'll try to get some more. We've had a lot of good audience members. I appreciate you coming back. Our audience is really the heart of what we do. We sing to you. So I'm going to do a song now, and then we'll ask.
By the way, Sol,
Yes.
on Tuesdays, it isn't just sea shanties. We do a lot of traditional English folk songs.
That's right. That's right. You'll hear a lot of good stuff, if you're interested in folk songs. They have some very good performers over there. Okay, this song is a old Irish song, and everybody thinks that Christy Moore wrote it. Christy Moore made it famous. It was actually written by a man by the name of Ron Hines, and it's called Sonny's Dream. It's about a situation of a young boy. His father died at an early age, and his mother actually kept him, away from things. Now she wanted him all to himself. She was afraid something would happen to him. And after his mother died, I mean, he really had a hard time functioning in this world. He had a dream, and he was never able to realize the dream because he always took care of his mother. And we're going to try the song. I only learned the words last night, so if I mess up a little, please forgive me. Oh, Sonny, don't go away. I'm here all alone. Your daddy's a sailor, never comes home. The nights get so long and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired. I'm not all that strong. Sonny lives on a farm on a wide open space. Kick off your shoes, son, stay out of the race. Lay down your head by the soft riverbed. Sonny still can remember the words his mama said. Sonny works on the land, though he's barely a man. Not much to do, he does just what he can. Sits by the window in his room by the stairs, watches the waves gently wash on the pier. Oh, Sonny, don't go away. I'm here all alone. Your daddy's the sailor, never comes home. The nights get so long and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired. I'm not all that strong. And it's 100 miles to town. Sonny's never been there. And he goes to the highway and stands there and stares. And the mail comes at 4, and the mailman is old. Oh, but he still dreams his dreams full of silver and gold. Sonny's dreams can't be real. They're just stories he's read. There's just stars in his eyes. There's just dreams in his head. And he's hungry inside for the wide world outside. And I know I can't hold him, though I've tried and I've tried. Oh, Sonny, don't go away. I'm here all alone. Your daddy's the sailor, never comes home. The nights get so long and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired. I'm not all that strong. Many years have passed on. Sonny's old and alone. His daddy, the sailor, never came home. Sometimes he wonders what his life would have been, but from the grave, mama still haunts his dreams. Oh, Sonny, don't go away. I'm here all alone. Your daddy's the sailor, never comes home. The nights get so long and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired. I'm not all that strong. Oh, Sonny, don't go away. Okay, Stuart, take us out on something good.
Okay. Well, this is one. Whenever I have a chance to end one of these, I like to use it because it was traditionally the last shanty sung on a ship once it got to port. It's called a warping shanty. Warping meant they would throw or row a line out to the pier head, put the other around the ship's capstan, and kind of winch the ship into the pier head. Didn't put a line around the captain. That would be bad. So this is called Leave Her, Johnny. And it was like the sailors' chance to do a last bit of complaining before they left the ship also. But it was a bittersweet moment. They were happy to be done, happy to have shore leave, but they knew that some of their comrades would probably be leaving for other ships. So it's a bit bittersweet. Oh, the times were hard and the wages were low. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. And now once more ashore we'll go, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. She would not wear and she would not stay. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. She shipped great seas both night and day, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. It was rotten meat and weevily bread. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. It's eat or starve, the old man said, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. And the winds were foul and the work was hard. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. From the Liverpool dock to the Brooklyn yard, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. And I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Tomorrow you will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. And I hope tomorrow we'll get paid. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. 'Cause it's been so long since I got drunk, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. And now it's time to say goodbye. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. The old pier head is drawing nigh, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stuart.
Everyone else knows, but I'm a member of the Hoy Shanty crew, and that's obviously one that we always do.
Oh, that's great. And where are you located?
In Leigh-on-Sea in England. Leigh-on-Sea, it's called.
Leigh-on-Sea?
It's called Leigh-on-Sea, Leigh on sea.
On the sea.
And it's the Hoy Shanty crew, HOY Shanty crew. Hoy is a type of little sailing ship. And yeah, so yeah, look us up sometime. We've got a few things on Facebook. They're not bad.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you.
I want to tell everybody in approximately 3 hours, the recording of this session will be up on YouTube, on my Facebook page, on the Boca Folk and Bluegrass page, on the Borderline page, and on the Hoy page. The live recording of this thing will be up, and it's archived permanently on my YouTube channel. Okay, so we do this, we record every week. We record this and for posterity, and hopefully the pandemic will be over. We'll once again be able to meet in person. But even after, this is over, we'll still maintain some sort of a presence on Zoom because of all the new friends we've made, on the other side of the Atlantic and across the US. So in some form of fashion, maybe not as often, but maybe at least once a month, we will have the Zoom session also when we get to meet again in the library. So everybody, I want to say good night. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you again next Tuesday at the Hoy Club and next Sunday here at 2 o'clock. Bye.
Everybody stay safe.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Saul, for giving us all an opportunity to share music together. Thank you for spearheading this.
And Marsh, I hope you'll come back again. You haven't been here for a while.
Yeah.
We really
I'll try. I really will try.
No guilt. No guilt.
And Saul, if you ever want me to read one of my poems, I can do it.
Yes, we would love it. Oh, yeah. Next time.
Okay, so maybe next time.
Next time, okay. Yeah, poetry is very.
Everybody stay safe.
All right, be good.
Yeah. Night, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you all for coming.
Okay. Let's end it for all.